Hi, I'm Rob, and next up in my Faction 500 series is the WEREWOODS. A tricky one this, a high horde level is recommended. This is towards the tail end of this series now. We're getting towards the more difficult delves. Level 500, let's take a look at the team and look at why I chose it and why we didn't pick some of the missing troops. So let's go to the WEREWOODS and take a look at the troops. The thing is with this delve is it's really tricky using the delve team, because basically you need to learn how to use every single one of these troops because they could appear at any moment. Beastmaster Torburn, when you cast it, converts blue gems to red and brown to skulls and does Hunter's Mark the first two enemies. That is actually really important towards this team and how it works. And has a 24% chance to transform into a WEREWOODS beast. So every single time you cast it, you can transform into any one of these last four: the Werebear, Werebird, Werecat and Werehound. And the opposite is true of these four troops as well. Whenever you cast them, there's a percentage chance you could transform into Beastmaster Torburn. So basically, this team is going to be changing, and you're going to have to adapt as you go along. The Werebear explodes red gems, enrages itself, and there's a 20% chance to transform into Torburn. Does reduce damage from skulls by 20%, but didn't make it into my team because its spell is not as useful as the other troops. The Werebird did make it into my team. Starts battles with 50% mana, very handy indeed, and place Hunter's Mark on enemies when doing skull damage, which we are going to try and take full advantage of. As well as that, does damage to an enemy boosted by red gems, and has a 15% chance to transform into Torburn. Werecat didn't make it either. Not particularly great traits, and does damage to an enemy, and you can get triple damage if there's 13 or more red gems, but you're going to have to try and rely on luck and wait for there to be that many red gems on the board to get that damage, and yeah, didn't make it. But Werehound did. Now if you can use two of these, this is an advantage because basically the traits aren't that fantastic, but the actual spell is actually really good. It can do some really serious damage, dealing magic +3 damage to an enemy, and if the enemy has Hunter's Mark, deal triple damage with a 24% chance to transform into Torburn. So remember that Werebird we had? Place Hunter's Mark on enemies when doing skull damage, and Beastmaster Torburn when you cast it, Hunter's Mark the first two enemies. So that combination with then casting these, getting that triple damage should be really useful. And hopefully you won't transform too quickly. But if you do, you do, and you kind of have to deal with it. Regarding the banner is actually pretty important for this. If we take a look at those troops again, you'll see the only colour they don't use is blue. And because you could transform into any one of these troops basically during the battle, we want to pick the right banner. So we're going to have a minus blue banner for that. So +2 brown, +1 red, -1 blue petrified banner from Hellcrag. Right, so let's jump into battle then. I've got 3 times Medals of Seasons for this first battle, pumping up our attack as high as we can. If you don't have that, then stick on the Medals of Urania. Just up your attack. Right, so we have the Werebird ready straight away, but we'll take this skull hit, and the reason is due to Potion of Enchantment we are ready on the next round. So we'll take this skull hit. They are Hunter's Marked. Now let's do this triple damage. Huge amount of damage, really nice. Now we can cast this again, do damage to an enemy boosted by red gems. That is going to get rid of that first one. I think we do that. And then we look at our rest of our team. What can we do? Not a huge amount. Let's take some brown. Again, not a huge amount of choice in what we're allowed to do. That's the thing with these delves, particularly these Faction 500 ones, using the delve team. Very restricted on the options sometimes. This is, it's supposed to be a gem matching puzzle game, but the amount of times there's only one possible choice is unreal. When does a puzzle game not become a puzzle game, especially when it comes to gem matching? When there's no choice on what you got to do. But hey ho, it is what it is. Anyway, top troop is not Hunter's Marked yet. We want to make sure they're Hunter's Marked before we cast this. So let's see if we can get that skull hit. There we go. Now we'll cast it on them. Bash them out of it. Job done. Save that one till we're ready. Blue to red, brown to skulls. Oh yeah, we've got it here. Blue to red. Just about to say it wasn't any good, but it is. Got to be a bit careful with this though, because all these skulls left behind. Ooh, excuse me. You have to make sure you take full advantage of taking 4 matches when they're there, because you don't want to leave the enemy a ton of skull hits behind. Otherwise, you can find yourself in a spot of bother where you start trading skull hits, and how hard the enemy hits. You do not want to be trading skull hits on these high level delves. Well, because we're going to trade skull hits anyway on this one, no matter what I take, there's going to be one left behind for the AI. May as well stick in this triple damage while we can. Now we'll take this one here. Did they dodge that? Did they dodge that? See, it's not much of a boost, but the Hunter's Mark is good, but we need to get the other troops prepared first. In fact, one of my other Werehound has already transformed into a Torbone, look. That's the only thing. That's the thing about this. You've got to kind of deal with it. It's part of the way it works. It's just can scupper your plan straight away, basically. But that was alright. We got unlucky. Extra skull drop there. Right, what way shall we go? It's 5 battles, whichever way you look at it. You can avoid the legendary room by going this route, but we have an all-round average harder route this way round. So let's take a look at the options. Corrupted Altar. That's not too bad a room. Can deal with that, I think. Potentially annoying. Nyx. Annoying troop. And that could be annoying too. They're all going to be annoying in some ways. But let's see what we've got this way. That's not too bad. It's not too bad, actually. And that is potentially super dangerous with a Skeleros. So I'm going to avoid that route. I'm going to go this way, I think. So let's see what we got. Exploder Gem eliminates armor from all enemies, boosted by brown gems destroyed. Tome of Evil summons a Hellspawn and deathmarks somebody. All Daemon allies gain 2 magic. If my souls are 12 or more, summon a random Daemon. So not much threat in this team. That is the main threat, that deathmark. So for the sake of the extra skull damage, I'm going to swap over my medals to full Orpheus. Just cannot take any chances with these things. Alright, so let's go again. Well, there's our skull damage already, which is nice. Took a skull, gave a skull. Gonna get green because basically we've only got one of our Werehounds now. Right, let's cast on them. We didn't transform, good. So, blue to red, brown to skulls. Let's take a little look around. Not much going on the blue to red, but brown to skulls is good. I think we have to go for it. Just looking what it's going to leave afterwards. So we'll take this one as well. Yeah, this is okay. We're not going to leave a huge amount of skulls behind after this, so this is definitely worth doing. And we've transformed into a Werecat. So this is what I mean about you have to learn how to evolve and use each troop, because you're given no choice sometimes. It's almost like your starting team almost might have been random, but you do with it what you can. See, look at that boost. It's terrible. That boost, that damage to an enemy boosted by red gems, boost +5. Because of the terrible boost. Absolutely shocking. So I don't really want to cast that in particular. I'd rather do another skull whack. Oh, just gave him a whole bunch of stuff there. He just killed one of his own mates. the friendliest fella. Because the team is constantly changing, this is probably going to be a slower delve than normal, because your strategy is literally constantly evolving, because what you thought you were going to do last round, if you didn't notice that a troop has changed, then you got to literally change it again. Not great. But better than nothing. Or could get some red for Torburn. See if we can get our triple damage troop going. Oh, should have taken that middle one. That would have maybe disrupted the other skull bash. Red to blue, brown to skulls. Does not look like it's a particularly useful thing. What's next? Let's get this one ready. Just need a skull hit now. We can do it this way. It's not going to really set them up for much, because brown to skulls, it'll set them up for one there. Don't really want to take another skull hit. Red to blue. Or blue to red even. I think we'll just do some general damage, because the Sacrificial Priest decided to kill someone. That wasn't very nice of him. But hey. The clue's in his name. That's what I say. Right. Could have a skull hit from somewhere. Ah, there we go. That's a skull hit. Thank you. Nice bit of triple damage there. Ooh, you have to sacrifice these 4 matches here for this guaranteed skull hit. That gets the job done. Yeah, don't always take an automatic 4 match when you see it. Not always the best way. Right, okay, so far. I'm not counting my chickens, so I don't have any chickens to count. Anyway, explode a gem. Submerge a random ally for every green gem destroyed. Don't have to worry about that, because I'm not trying to do damage to all here. Gains life and armor, so we want to get rid of that as fast as possible. Nyx can be annoying. Drains up to 12 mana from an enemy. Creates blue gems equal to the mana destroyed or generated, whatever it was. Then this deals damage to an enemy. 50% chance to devour them if the enemy is submerged, but we won't be, so don't have to worry about that. But the damage is high. And does damage to an enemy. Triple damage if the enemy uses blue, which we don't. So yeah, that is okay. Right, we can go back to our Medal of Seasons for this, I think. And back into the Werewoods. Still got our Werehound at the bottom though, so that is good. Still trying to take advantage of that triple damage. And this will transform at some point. It absolutely will. I think brown's going to be the order of the day. Got blue to red match here for this. Just got to check on the brown to skulls. Sometimes you don't want to leave it, so you're going to trade skull hits all the time. Especially when that thing's got reduction from skulls by 50%. In changing this, is going to set up a skull hit there, which we can obviously take. I don't think it sets the enemy up for a skull hit kind of trade-off where we have to do a skull hit and they get one back. So I think, yeah, I'm going to go for this. And we can wangle it, hopefully. I think we are going to get a skull hit back, actually. But we can get two. We can take this one. That's going to make this one at the same time. And that worked out very nice. You have to wing it a bit on this, I think, at some points. That worked out pretty nice. Can't say no to that. It's kind of excessive, but it's got 50% skull damage, but yeah, let's go for it. Now we can start on Nyx, who is a particularly annoying troop. Drained up to 12 mana, then creates loads of blue. Well, that's not bad. Actually, I've got 14 red gems there. Yeah, I have to do this. And that's self-charged. Very nice indeed. Let's do that again. Didn't get the triple damage that time. Wasn't enough red. But still done some significant damage to their Nyx. You'll constantly keep on looking at your troops because they change quite often without you noticing. Well, they do to me anyway. But it keeps you on your toes, this one, for sure. The team is constantly changing. You have to kind of take your time with this one. I know I rush through these a little bit sometimes, but just because I don't want it to be a particularly long video, but sometimes it kind of is what it is, and yeah, you do have to take your time and be careful. Yeah. Nearly charged. Not enough red there. Still got barrier on a couple of our troops, so that's not too bad. Might as well do a bit of damage. Not a lot, but every little helps. See if we can get our Werehound going. Start taking advantage of that triple damage again. Not enough red there. So it's not much damage, but may as well chuck it in there while we got it. I mean, if you get lucky, a few lucky skull hits on this, it can actually speed this up significantly. Don't really want to take a colour I don't use. Could drop them down a skull hit. So I'm kind of waste this. I'm not getting the triple damage, but hey, still chipping away at them, which is important. Looks like I've got to take brown. Anything but brown. Right, is this an option? Blue to red, brown to skulls. A little bit there. Oof. Yeah, this looks a bit danger mouse. Nah, don't get any matches on the skulls. This one's actually quite predictable because you're going to get the match up here. Because it's up the top, it's not going to change. There's no matches at the bottom, so the bottom's going to stay the same on the blue to red. And it's going to set the AI up for some brown to skulls, which I do not want to do. So I'm going to have to kind of waste a turn here. Just take that yellow there. And they did that, fair enough. Either option gives them a skull hit. I mean, we have got brown to skulls now though, but I mean, we've got it there and there. We got a little bit of red mana gen as well. Don't like it when you have to take, it forces you to make a move where basically guarantees giving the AI a skull hit. So for that reason, I'm going to go for it. Oh, I think I should have not taken that. Could have had that. Oh, that was clumsy. See, take your time. No rush. No rush to make your moves. That's going to kill him anyway. So I think we do that. And we've got this left with. So we're only going to take 108 damage, so we should be able to get through this one. Just looking for some Torburn stuff. See if we can get this cast. Hunters mark the enemy, we can then get this triple damage here. Or a normal skull hit will do exactly the same thing, whatever happens first. I might as well get a bit of damage going. Actually, that might have been technically a mistake because mana blocks Torburn on red. But at least we've got the skull hitter now, so that is good. Right, let's do this triple damage. Not far away now. Oh, slightly clumsy. Should have spotted that. Because that has entangled us, which is a bit annoying. Don't want to cast that really because I don't want that. I've been lucky with this transform so far. I don't want to transform into Torburn. I want to leave that there because I want to benefit from that Hunter's Mark. Because bound to be unlucky on the last cast and transform into Torburn. So for that reason I'm going to technically waste that move. We're nearly there. The first win. Yeah, got plenty of life, it's okay. No, 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 don't cast it. Resist, resist. Right, this should be enough now. Cast that one first. And then that one. Right. So that was quite important now. I didn't cast that top troop. Make sure we get that Hunter's Mark and doing skull damage for the last battle. What you got, merchant? Ooh, 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 ooh. Oh, go on then. I'll have some writs. Thank you. Be on your way. Right. So, oh, not the last room yet. I've still got another one to go. The Rocky Cavern. Hey, Adrian. Where's Paulie? Suspicious. Right, so Rock Troll doubles the number of brown on a board, then creates 3 brown gems, reduces damage from skulls by 50%. Then Rockworm ×2 is very annoying, only uses 8 mana, does damage to the last enemy, then creates 7 brown gems. So they can repeat cast, that can be a pain, and this also has a summon. So basically, you need to control the amount of brown on a board and get rid of these as quick as possible. Same team. Same medals. Increased nice skull damage. Alright, let us start off with a little bit of a whack like that. Hunter's Mark. Quite a lot of damage. So he's got 50% skull reduction, but still really, really helps. Let's chuck that on at the same time. Quicker we can get rid of that thing, the less of a threat the other ones are, basically. Oh, smidge unlucky. Alright, what have we got? Not a great Torburn cast. Blue to red, brown to skulls. No. No, not good at all. So we'll get our Werebird ready if we can. Not Werebird, Hound. And a bit more red. Now we have got the blue to red. Got brown to skulls down here. Yeah, I think this one is one you have to go for it a bit. Let's get rid of them. So we will Hunter's Mark. That first rockworm when we do that. But apparently we won't. Because it's immune! How annoying! Get. I'll take this green and take another, give it another skull hit at least. It's better than nothing. About to convert a purple now, but that's not a threat any longer because basically the purple would have benefited their rock troll, which is now gone. But Spider Swarm still gets in the way of delivering damage to their rockworm, which is annoying. So we still got to try and do things as efficiently as quickly as possible. And it's only a low level spider. It's one of those little harmless ones which nobody really cares about. Well, might as well grab that. But let us do damage to the rockworm. Let's still pick on that thing as much as we can. All been webbed. Then gone. Blue to red, brown to skulls is nothing too spectacular. This is a bit of a waste right now. And so is that, because we are webbed. I think we just pick up some red then. Fair enough. That's what you want to do. That's what you want to do. I think I'll take this brown match to get this skull hit at the same time. It gets rid of that troop there. Could explode those red gems, but I like controlling the brown. That's keeps their rock troll under control. Still got to get rid of this thing though. The conversions on Beastmaster Torburn are not that great. May as well collect that. Here comes a... What kind of spider is that? My goodness. It's a rubbish spider. That's what that is. It's quite comical that I can't kill that little spider at the moment with that spell. Right. So much red and blue there, which just somehow doesn't match. Alright. It's kind of wasted, but I'm going to get rid of that thing. Not quite on the red, on the blue to red. Struth. Wow. Constantly being tricky on the conversions, not giving anything to me really, but hey ho, it is what it is. That was okay. Just checking which way to take this skull hit. Take it that way. Alright, we've got brown to skulls now. Quite healthy on life. So I'm quite tempted to cast Torburn because we've got this brown to skulls here as well. Not too worried about the... Oh, we've got an extra turn over here as well. This is fine. Let's go for it. Got the last rockworm to deal with. That was a nice little double bash there. Again, don't want to cast this because it is the last room after this and I want to keep that hunter's mark. So it looks like I have to waste another turn. I mean, this isn't that great a troop, so I'm tempted to cast that actually. And give the AI a skull hit. Why not? What that didn't do us too many favours, but this is recovered, so let's stick on a bit of damage. Give him a skull hit. Oh, we have brown to skulls here. We have to do this. Done. So this one is, yes, it's quite tactical. This one is, you have to be quite careful. So this is not going to be the shortest video in the history of the world. But we are through to the last room. The Beastmaster's Den. Yeah, I don't like the hunter's mark that they have themselves, obviously, but all good. Right, all we've got to do is get through this one, but Our team has been changed around a little bit. Oh, we've lost the Hunter's Mark thing, but we can get it by casting this. But obviously, we're going to create so many skulls when we do that. Sometimes it's a bit hit and miss, literally, whether it works or not. But at least we've got our Werehound. We've still got that, which is good. So we stand a chance. This is a tricky one. Tricky one indeed. Simply because of the way the team is constantly changing and evolving, because of the way the troops can transform at any moment. Shame we haven't got that ready yet. Let's check. Blue to red, brown to skulls. No. The answer is no. Just going to get our explodey troops ready, but... Oh. The board isn't tremendously in our favour right now. You don't really want 3 Torburns on the go, in a way. But every time you cast a Torburn, you've got your chance to change into somebody else. So, kind of, it is what it is in a way. So let's go for it. Got to wing it sometimes. See what happens. Blue to red is a no-go, and the skulls are bad news. That would give them a mega hit. So yeah, this is the trouble when you get all these Torburns. You get very limited on what you can do. I'll be patient with that. Need to wait till I can cast this safely. Still can't do it. Leave some skull hits. So take away something the enemy wants while try not to leave them anything favourable at the same time. Take it that way. Come on, give me something to skulls. See, this is a good thing. When the AI is ready to cast, it just tends to cast. So I know that they're about to blow up them skulls. Those red, rather. Or it could take that on the next round. It does take a skull hit quite often. But blue to red is a no-go. Brown to skulls is a no-go as well, so we'll swap skull hits. And we'll let them blow up the board and basically see what happens. Oh, didn't do it. How strange. How bizarre. How bizarre. Still nothing in particular going for us. Alright, let's see what that's changed. Right, we've got brown to skulls now, so let's start cracking on with this. I'd like to cast the first one just in case it transforms into a into a WEREWOODS beast. Going to trade skulls again to see if there's a better way of going about it. Oh, that was not the plan. Alright, let's do that. One down, many to go. Want to avoid matches which potentially give the enemy a skull hit drop. So I'll take the red from this side. So there you go, that kind of exactly is what happened. Rather cast Torburn first to get the Hunter's Mark going. I'll take this brown, this green. Takes that skull away. Gives me a chance to charge up this dude at the bottom for that extra damage. Yeah, it's a dangerous cast of my Torburn. Don't fancy that at all. That leaves me a skull hit. So let's waste that move there. Still nothing going on with Torburn. Let's take a normal skull hit then. Still nothing. Wow. It's the way it goes sometimes. You've got to show patience. Lost one. Never mind. It's all about getting through, which is important. Another skull hit, but they are about to do that damage. But we have got a 4-match now, so I think we have to do this. Can we get that extra damage now, which is good. Just going to get rid of them. So we are getting there. Be nice if this dropped a skull hit there for me. Go on. Oh no. Even better. Extra turn as well. Happy days. Right, so they think they're about to do some damage. They are not. Finally got to use my triple damage troop. And it's hung in there. Hasn't transformed or anything. Really cool. Blue to red. Brown to skulls. Absolutely, why not? And done. So there it is. It's a tricky little delve, is that one. Don't rush it. Take some time. The team is constantly evolving and changing because of the way the troops work. And yeah, just got to bear with it, hang in there and pay attention and make the most of that situation. And make the most of that one that does the triple damage on the Hunter's Mark and combine those two features. And you'll get through it eventually, but bear with it. It is one of the tricky ones. But there's a video. If you enjoyed it, found it useful or helpful, it'd be really cool if you bash that like and subscribe button. It really does help. And share the video with other Gems of War players if you like. It's all good. Maybe even consider joining. It's the lowest price at the base level that YouTube would let me allow it to set it at. There it is. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.